they put, or were willing to put, my son in danger, just for one question my husband asked. I got there, they arrested him, they handcuffed him in front of my children. To this day, my son goes white when he sees officers. If I go to a security officer in the mall to ask a question, he keeps pulling me back. He's afraid of authority figures. He has temper tantrums, and he's so angry. When I first started this, I thought, this can be easy. I'm going to pay a bond. We're going to fight this. But unfortunately, my husband was not eligible for bond because he had a 2002 prior deportation order. At that point, he had come in through Dallas Airport with a valid tourist visa. But to me, the ICE officer saw a young Mexican kid coming in for the third time with a visa, and they didn't believe it. This kid wasn't here just to visit family. He was working. So they detained him. They stripped him down to his underwear. They put him in a room with glass walls so that travelers could see what was going on inside that room. They screamed, they yelled at him, they swore at him. They wanted him to admit he had worked here. And after 2.5 hours, my husband just said, let me go back to Mexico. That's all I want. At that point, they said, the only way you're getting back to Mexico is if you sign your deportation order admitting you worked. And if you don't, then you're going to federal prison. My husband signed. And they stamped his passport expedited order of removal. He wasn't smuggling drugs. He wasn't dangerous. This wasn't an expedited removal. He had to leave the country right then and there. They used his own ticket, which he had purchased, to send him back to Mexico. And he didn't even realize there was a stamp on his passport until he touched ground in Mexico. 11 years later, that came back to haunt him. All they did was reinstate that same order. And on November 19th, they deported him. I tried everything to stop the deportation. I went to America's Voice. We had petitions. I just felt this was so unjust. My kids are U.S. citizens. I'm a U.S. citizen. So why are my kids being punished? At what point did deporting immigrants trump my rights as a U.S. citizen, my children's rights as U.S. citizens to lead fruitful lives? At what point did it become more important to deport a peaceful, productive human being than to fight for my family, to let my children be happy, grow up with a father? At this point, if nothing else changes, my husband will not be allowed back in the country for at least 10 years. My son is 14, my daughter is 13. He will have missed his whole childhood. My son will be a teenager. And it's not so easy to just pick up and follow my husband to Mexico. My children don't know Mexico. My daughter's got a learning disability, which in Mexico, they don't care. The education won't. She won't get the help she needs. So I can't just pick up and leave. So the only thing I have left is to fight for immigration reform. Fight that it includes reunification of families, because I need my family back. My children need their father. I need my husband. And my family, my U.S. citizen family, needs to stop being punished by their own government.
Thank you so much.